What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 207. Episode 207 of Tuck Rule Takes. The gang is all here. I know you're tired of hearing that, just like you're probably tired of hearing it's another victory Monday, but technically a Friday, but you're probably listening to this on like a Wednesday or a Thursday. So
and we're recording on a Tuesday.
I don't know. All I know is that it's another win. We're recording after another Patriots win. 2 wins in 1 week, which is crazy. I mean, that's half the win total we had the last 2 years. Like I said, though, gang is all here. You heard Al. Liam's here as well. I mentioned it. I got to ask you guys just off rip. It's so much more fun being a fan of this team when they're winning, right? So much more fun.
Yeah.
Like
it's fun.
Every aspect is good.
I like fun. Fun is good.
Fun is fun.
I don't know why, Al. I don't know why you're giving me these answers with your fucking smiley face. Maybe it's because I'm not used to you being the optimist. I think that might be it.
Or happy.
Or just happy at all. Well, yeah.
Okay, you know why? I'm very happy, and here's why. Thanksgiving is next week. I'm 9-2 in the fantasy league, number 1 overall, by the way, and clinched a playoff spot. Right. And the Patriots are on an 8.
I'm number 2, so calm down.
Streak.
It's your league.
And you just lost.
It's your league.
I did.
What's your point?
You shouldn't be so happy.
You guys sound like you're in friends. You guys
considering the joke I just made, I
was going to say, Liam, do we have to say the joke that you said off air that is going to make you look like the biggest scumbag in the world?
That was crazy.
I always look like a scumbag.
You can't.
No. This would be like people would be like, "Wow, that's."
Can't make jokes about.
In my defense, I've never really thought.
That's just it.
Listen, honestly, that's like making a joke about my dead kid that was never born. Like, you can't do that.
True,
that's crazy, man.
Actually,
geez, we're getting dark here.
All right. Before we get into it, though, I got to give a shout out. I had to look under the thing because I don't know. Whatever. I need to see who was home when I said that. Whatever. But before we get into the Jets game, we're going to talk about the dark humor. We all have it. We're going to talk about the Jets game. Got to talk a little bit of the outcomes after that, things that happen. Obviously, get into the Bengals preview. Then obviously our Tuck Rule Takes lock of the week at the end. But before we get into that, got to give a shout out to let's start with Sports Spider first. Sports Spider, that's Spider with a Y. Go check them out. If you've been listening for the past, 50 episodes, you've heard me shout them out, sportspider.com. Check them out. Got a bunch of sports on there. Go to the NFL tab, Patriots, scroll down. You see us. We're right there. Listen, watch, whatever you want to do. I suggest you listen you watch on YouTube. You get a little bit more of an experience, but whatever. It's up to you guys. But sportspider.com, check them out. Also, Couch Guys Sports. Again, if you've been listening for probably the last 200 episodes or so, I feel like we've had to give a shout out to them every time because the OGs of it, they put Liam and I together. When I say they, I mean Al put Liam and I together. Didn't know if I was going to like Liam when it started, but come to find out, I tolerate him. He's still an Eagles fan. If I knew he was an Eagles fan, I probably wouldn't have done this.
I didn't think I was going to like Liam. I definitely don't like Liam.
Yeah, Liam's like, I hate Liam too. Couch Guy Sports and Sports Spider, thank you guys for sticking with us. Hopefully for another 200 episodes or so. But we got to get into it. Patriots, another win. Thursday night football, had the rivalry jerseys. I got the rivalry hat. Seeing the rivalry jerseys on TV, they look really nice. Al and I were talking about it beforehand. But let me set the scene like I do every time. I'm going to throw it to you guys right after. 27-14, Patriots win again. Thursday night football, kind of not an ugly game, but just one of those get in, get off, get out type games. My just quick thoughts before I toss it over to you guys. Like I just said, just win. It's Thursday night football. No one likes it. The players don't like it. The coaches don't like it. It's cool to be a primetime game, but I'd rather it be like a Sunday or Monday night, but whatever. It was just nice to see the entire NFL world taking notice of the Patriots again. And it's also nice beating the Jets. We'll obviously get into a bunch of things about the game, but at the end of the day, 2 thumbs up for me. Style points don't matter in divisional Thursday night games. how'd you guys feel about it? And then just wherever you guys want to go from there, your talking points and all that stuff.
The one thing that I like about Thursday Night Football, as geeky as this sounds, is the Thursday Night Football song. Like the Amazon Prime one where it's like, waiting for Thursday night. And just that whole like kind of rhythm. I don't know. It's a banger. I don't know.
Is that Shabuzi?
I think it is Shabuzi. I think you're right.
Shabuzi.
Yeah. So, anyways, listen, you did what you had to do in the Thursday night game. It was a divisional game. It was a home game. It was a short week. You were riding a 7-game winning streak into that game. You took care of the Jets, who, let's just throw our heads up and laugh at the Jets real quick. Can I get a ha on 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Thank you for entertaining me there, guys. So, yeah, the Jets are terrible.
I love Happy Al. Happy Al is the best Al. I love it.
Justin Fields is terrible. This Patriots defense, Liam.
Yeah, Al, just go.
Justin Fields is terrible as far as passing the ball is concerned. And the defense still looks pretty good. Milton Williams injured, out for the next 4 games. We'll talk about that later on in the show. But Drake May and Travion Henderson, oh my God, 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. He should get Rookie of the Week, by the way. Let's hope he does. But shout out to Travion Henderson and just shout out this offense, man. It's so much fun to actually watch this team actually be competent and actually do good things. And now you're the number 2 seed in the AFC. You essentially have like a 2-game lead over Buffalo with the tiebreaker. I know it's technically like a game and a half, but you got the two-game lead right now. You have Cincinnati, who has a bunch of people out. The Giants, who knows if Jackson Dart's going to be playing, and Scadaboo's out, and Neighbors is out. And then you get the bye week to prepare for Buffalo. We used to pray for times like this, folks, and now we got them. Be happy.
Paul Rudd meme. It's just the Paul Rudd meme all year. Who'd have thought?
Absolute cinema. That's what this is right now. Cinema.
Ooh, that's the one. I got to put Drake May's face on that or something, or Al's face on it. Liam,
it was Martin Scorsese's birthday yesterday. I think that's very fitting. Absolute cinema.
He's made some of my favorite movies. So Departed.
Of course.
I mean, him and Leo together.
Inception, really good. Yeah.
I did like Inception. That's good.
Yeah, really good. But how worried were you guys after that first Jets drive?
Surprisingly not worried.
0%, dude. I don't get worried about. You could have the Ravens could score first, and I'm just like, right on schedule.
I guess that goes into our point that every team scores on the first drive against us. But I was like, wow, they're moving the ball pretty easily, and I was like, oh, shit. Like I guess I wasn't worried, but I was like I noticed. I was like, okay. I guess out of all the first drive touchdowns that we've given up this season, I would say that was probably the easiest out of basically every game that we played so far, except for last week when we didn't give up a touchdown on the first drive. This one just kind of felt like the easiest to me. Maybe it's recency bias, but overall, fucking hell of a win. Like you said, division game going to be grimy. I probably almost certainly 100% did expect more of an ass kicking than this. Didn't expect it to be this close, but fucking cool. Like, I'll take it. The biggest takeaway for me in this game was like the pass blocking looks really good. Like the pass blocking was just beautiful. And obviously Henderson ran into the end zone 2 times. So the run blocking certainly wasn't bad either, but just particularly oh my God, look at this pass blocking. I saw Morgan Moses just cripple a guy with a help block. I was like, oh, just magic. So
your boy Michael Wenu on a little wham block, opening up a lane.
That was really good too. 100%. I mean, like Icky Woods was great for 1 year, but it was a good play. I enjoyed it, but overall team worked as a unit. It was a good win. Definitely was never in doubt. I guess I was concerned on the first drive, but after that, you're like, we're moving the ball just as easily as they are. And it's still the motherfucking Jets. So, fucking damn good win.
I feel like that's the thing. Like when these teams, and like we're talking about the Jets, but just any of these teams score first or whatever, I feel like it's our first thought. Like when Brady was here, it was never, oh shit, what's going to happen? Like it was like, okay, yeah, cool, teams are going to score, whatever. I feel like we got to get somewhat back to that, but we're stuck in these last like 2 or 3 years way of thinking where it's like, oh, a team goes up, yeah, we can't come back. But then you got to remember the Patriots have going into the Jets game. I think they were either like the top or the second most explosive offense, which is plays over 20 yards, which like I never thought that's how they would be. Like this offense, Drake May has the most passing yards in the league. I think he's like third in touchdowns or something like that. Like Henderson, obviously, we'll talk about him in a second. He's doing well. Diggs is on pace for 1,000 yards again. Like there's so many good things with this offense where like when a team scores, I'm like, okay, I don't think this defense can stop Drake May and the Patriots. And I think that's going to be my jumping off point, as we do every week. Drake May started the game with 11 straight completions. And I know like this was all against the Jets. Like that's like, we aren't excited about the win. We're excited about how the team necessarily performed. 11 straight completions is great. And his 12th incompletion, or like his 12th pass, was an incompletion that went right through Diggs' hands. Like on kind of like a little deep dig route or whatever. Diggs. But yeah, Drake, 25 or 34, 281, a touchdown, no picks, no fumbles, clean game, came out of it healthy. He had 4 rushes for 2 yards. I didn't even really recognize those. But yeah, this was just like I'm running out of adjectives to give Drake May. And kind of the thing that I noticed in this game, and I've been noticing, and I think I've even said it to you guys, I kind of want to know your opinion on it. He almost looks alarmingly relaxed at all times, even when he's scrambling or even when he's getting hit or whatever it happens to be. He always looks relaxed. And this isn't just a Jets take. He looked like this against the Bucks. He looked like this against the Browns when he got sacked 1 billion times by Myles Garrett. Like he just looks like a guy who is in control of everything. And that's also a shout out to Josh McDaniels. He's really working with him, obviously. But yeah, kind of your I guess I know your opinions haven't changed negatively on Drake May coming out of this game, but just his game coming out, win, divisional opponent, another great game. No bad plays really. What are you guys' thoughts kind of on Drake May's night on Thursday?
Surprisingly uneventful, and not even that he played bad, but it was just like there was nothing that really stood out, and that was okay because you don't need your quarterback to play lights out every single game to have a chance to win in this league.
It's almost a bad sign.
It is. There's almost like there's some weeks where it's like, okay, the quarterback's not going to be 100%. But if you can get everything else going, like if your running game gets going, your defense causes some turnovers, maybe you get a play in the special teams that helps you. Not that the Patriots got anything from the special teams in this game specifically, but point being, if everything else around you is solid, the quarterback doesn't have to have an A+ game every game. He can have a B- C+ game and still win. This game for Drake May, I'd give it like a B. Like it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, he lit the world on fire. It was just okay, you did what you had to do, nothing crazy. And guess what? You take it.
That's the thing. Like this game, any other quarterback, this is a great game. 281 yards, 25 of 34. You start the game with 11 completions. Like that. I think what you said though, Al, there were no like up until this game, like the first, 10 games of the season? Yeah, they played 11 games, right? 9, 10, 11. Like the first 10 games, we're expecting to see some sort of like, roll to the right, throw across your body, thread the needle to Hunter head. Like we didn't get that. And just because of that, we're like, oh, it was an okay game. Drake May had a tremendous game, like a tremendous quarterback football game. But it's just like, it wasn't anything special. Which like it's not even a negative, like you said, Al. It's just like check check the box off. You did everything you had to do. Like you didn't you didn't throw any hospital balls to your receivers. Like your deep balls were good. Like maybe you hung one up to Kyle Williams a little bit, whatever. Like this was just like okay, yeah, this is your 7-year vet going in there winning on a Thursday. That's what it felt like.
Right. And to that real quick, I mean, yeah, he still had a couple nice plays, like the getting out of pressure, throwing the high ball to Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins had a really good game, by the way. Didn't he have over 100? Didn't he have over 100 yards receiving?
He had 64.
Almost.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, but still, Mac Hollins, really good game. I mean, the play where Drake May rolled out right, and right before it looked like he was about to run, he like shuffles it to Diggs, and then Diggs takes off for a first down. Like those plays are still fun. Those plays are, and maybe we'll hate this comparison, but dare I say Patrick Mahomes-esque? Like how many times have we seen Mahomes do that?
They are. That's what that
was.
How many
times do we see Brett Favre do that?
Yeah.
Not many.
A fuck ton.
Not like that.
Brett Favre?
Not
Brett Favre was more of like an out of control gunslinger.
Yeah, dude.
Drake May at least is in control.
No, Brett Favre pulled that dumb shit all the time.
No shade to Brett Favre, like great quarterback, but I mean, I think we're just talking about guys now. I think that's probably
short of a dick pic to a cheerleader, it's nearly the same thing.
Yeah, and we don't know if that's in Drake May's future, so he might be following Favre's footsteps.
Who knows?
Don't know. But no, that play though, crazy. That was like the touchdown they threw to Pop Douglas last year, where it was like he was rolling to the left and tossed it over. Like that's what you expect, and those are the plays that piss defenses off. Which goes to your point, Al. That's the Mahomes shit. That's like the elite, like when the Chiefs were kicking on all cylinders, which by the way, they're not anymore. But when the Chiefs were kicking on like all 6 cylinders and Mahomes would roll out, toss it to Kelsey, and Kelsey would run off 40 yards. Like that's what that was. And we saw Josh Allen try to do something like that on Sunday, and it did not work. I believe he threw a pick. Like, Josh Allen tries to be Drake May so bad, and it's funny. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to derail your thing. But yeah, anyways, Liam, I think it's you. Like, yeah, Drake May, like you kind of, I'm assuming you were happy with the game as well.
Yeah, like Al said, you shouldn't expect your quarterback to play like a superstar every week. And if he does, it's probably like what the Bills have going on, where you need your quarterback to have 6 total touchdowns in a game, or you're gonna fucking lose. So it's nice that we don't have to rely on that. But you said it as well, Mike. He did have some tough throws. He had like one that was tipped at the line toward the end of the game that kind of went to no one. I was afraid that one was going to get picked. He did have that, what should have been a pick, deep over the middle toward Kyle Williams. That
I don't know if that should have been a pick.
That would have
been a great defensive.
That would have been a good. There were 2 guys there. You could argue
it landed in one of their hands. I'm pretty sure that Stigger guy.
Yeah, because the dude ran 1 billion yards. Like I don't know that's not like the one where it's like, whoo, he got away with one. That's like defender could have got it.
Yeah, but like realistically, like some of the throws just weren't stellar, but like overall, like certainly weren't bad. Like if Stephon Diggs has 100 yards, I'm happy. And that means like you could have just told me that before this game started. Like if we were on the show last week and you're like, guys, I can look into the future. I get useless information, only a tidbit of information. But Stephon Diggs finishes with 9 for 105, and I go, yeah, we probably won. And like it sure looked like it. Like Al thought Mac Hollins had 100 yards receiving. It was a loud 4 catches for 64 yards. He was all over the place. Like I was like, oh my God.
Yep.
So like I was even surprised when I checked this out. And Hunter Henry too. Like everyone's getting the ball. Everyone's involved. We'll talk about the play calling a little later, I'm sure, but that was incredible. I agree with you, Mike. He looks remarkably comfortable back there. This Patriots offense is second nature to him. It's like when he gets home at the end of a long day, gets naked, drops all his shit at the door. He's like, I'm home. Like that's what he looks like in the behind center of this Patriots offense. Like it's just comfortable.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Sometimes Liam, like the real pro of having you here is that sometimes you come out with these comparisons, these analogies, these similes. I've never heard them before. But yeah, like
in your own house,
Drake May's offense is the equivalent of being naked after a long day of work. I get it. I totally get it. I
don't put on clothes for this podcast.
I don't get naked. I scare the cats, and then the cats try to, swing at it and it gets crazy, Can't get rid of cats. Oh my God.
If I bought a house I wouldn't be clothed in it.
That's crazy. Although that's yeah. I was gonna say I
Anyways,
sleep naked even when guests are over, and
Yeah.
that was crazy.
yeah,
No,
that
Yeah.
the guests sleep in the bed with me. I go naked.
In the well, that's okay. But Al, I'm only staying at your house unless you do the same thing.
no, can confirm. Do not do that. You're more than welcome to stay anytime.
It's actually kind of disappointing. I
You
was
guys
hoping you
aren't
would say
very
you would.
hospitable.
I'm sorry.
Okay. But okay, so Drake May, great game, whatever. See you next week. We'll talk about Drake May against the Bengals later and how he's going to put up a billion yards.
Yeah.
The real conversation coming from this game for me, Trevion Henderson. He had 64 yards, something like that. Like you said, 3 touchdowns. Another just solid game. Ramondre Stevenson is expected to be back at practice tomorrow or today when you're listening to this, or just Wednesday in general. I I want to ask you guys because Trevion Henderson has almost double the amount of yards right now that Stevenson has on the year, and Stevenson also obviously had his fumbling issues earlier in the year. He has cleaned that up. And I think we can all agree, even though Al did pick him as his least valuable player for going into the year, which you still may be right on. Stevenson, when he controls the ball, when he doesn't fumble, he's a very good back. But Trevion Henderson's past 2 games, he had the huge runs. I think he had like a 55 yarder and then a 62 yard, or was that was Kyle Williams? Either way, he had 2 huge runs last game, or against the Bucks, and then he also had obviously the 3 touchdowns against the Jets. So the conversation now is, has Henderson won the starting spot? I want to know what you guys think about that. My thought is just no, because Stevenson hasn't lost the spot yet. Stevenson got turf toe, but we got to remember, like I just said, when he's in the game, he is good. He's not as quick as Henderson. Henderson's the home run hitter. We knew that when you got him out of Ohio State. But Stevenson is very, very good. Now, I'm not saying that Henderson can't maybe win the starting role, but I think just this week moving forward, you still have to put Stevenson in there. You have to. But I kind of want to get into the debate with you guys. Where do you land on that? And Liam, I want to know you first because Al, I think I might know where you're going. Maybe I don't. But Liam, between Ramondre Stevenson, Trevion Henderson, what's your take on the big kind of debate going on in Patriots Nation right now between those two?
I mean, I totally understand it. We got this brand new Ferrari in the driveway, and we're like, oh, this looks so nice. But I think a lot of people have to remember that much like a Ferrari, that's not your everyday driver. That's not what you're going to have when you're 80, because it'll be very difficult to get low enough when you're that old to get into a Ferrari, and you might not be able to get back out.
I
And you
know.
have
I
to
trust me.
consider
I know.
that. Yeah, exactly. Like when you're Mike's age, you got to be practical, and you get like a Jeep or something, like a pickup truck, an everyday reliable driver, and
Like a
then
Ford Edge, just like a boring.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, on a sunny day, you get into your beautiful convertible on the way to CVS to go get your blue pills. That's that's the way of
CVS is
nature.
right up the road. How'd you
Yeah,
know?
just I figured with your age and routine, but in this circumstance, I understand everyone wants to give Henderson the keys full time. I totally get it. He's had dynamic back-to-back games. But the way I look at it is he had those games out of necessity. He probably would have got a handful of less carries in the Bucks game if Jennings didn't get hurt. And then in this circumstance, it went so well against the Bucks that they were like, we're just going to force feed Henderson this entire time. And then they mixed a little Dearness Johnson in there when the game was out of reach. But I don't think it has to be one or the other. Just because you're complimenting one player doesn't mean you're disparaging the other and vice versa. I think we are now set up perfectly to have a unpredictable offense, just like the Patriots of old used to have. Is Stephen Ridley starting? Is Shane Vereen starting? Shit, is Brandon Bolden starting? Like, it's just you have no fucking idea. And beyond just who's starting, who's going to get the bulk of the carries? Because if Shane Vereen's getting the ball a lot, he's probably catching it in the passing game. Same with James White. If uh, Stephen Ridley's getting it or Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, then it's north to south running. one cut and go. And in this circumstance, like we have what the Lions have, I guess. It's the crash and dash. We have David Montgomery as
Sonic and
Ramondre
Knuckles.
Stevenson. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And Travion Henderson as Jahmyr Gibbs. Like we have something special here, and why wouldn't we use it? I don't want to give Travion Henderson all the carries going forward. Sounds redundant, sounds predictable. It's not good for Travion Henderson. It's definitely not good for Ramondre. It's almost certainly not good for this offense either. He's great. He can give you more splash plays in the catching game, but you have to throw it to Ramondre because the defense doesn't think you're going to. And the Dolphins learned that the hard way when Ramondre caught like a 70-yard pass on him.
Yeah, that big wheel route.
Yeah,
yep.
And that's the beauty of it. Like you got to change things up. We have an incredible ability to keep the defenders on their heels with these two stud running backs. So I don't think it has to be one way or the other. I would like Travion Henderson to get a lot of carries for the rest of the season because he's dynamic. He's fucking awesome. But I also don't want to phase Ramondre Stevenson out because I don't think you should lose your job because of injury. And it's obviously a stupid point, but if Travion Henderson didn't have 3 touchdowns this past game and 2 the game before, Ramondre would, still have more than him. Like Ramondre was really crushing it in the touchdown department. He has 3 on the season, but it felt like he was getting it every week to start the season when Henderson wasn't getting shit. We clearly have favorite running backs for favorite scenarios, or at least I do in my mind. I hope the coaching staff would have the same. So I want, as Thanos once said, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I want Ramondre to bruise, and I want Henderson for finesse. I'm a simple man of simple pleasures.
Ah, there it is.
There it
Thanos.
is.
Thanos. You can't bring up Thanos and then clown me for seeing every Marvel movie opening night, by the way.
Okay, well,
you
there's
fucking
a difference.
Can't do that.
There's a difference because superheroes are, I won't
cool.
say it on the air. No, I was thinking a different one. Are lame. But I do have a soft spot for villains, and Thanos is an incredible anti-hero. I think Marvel...
Dude, he's a villain.
He's
a straight-up villain.
No, because I think he had some great points. Also, when I'm stuck in traffic, surrounded by all these people, I also would like to snap and make half of them go away.
I'm with you, but I'm also a villain, so that's where the wavelengths kind of crossing.
But yeah, I think it should be a little bit of both. I don't think we have to pick one or the other. And I think when Ramondre comes back, he should start, and Henderson should get more carries, but also let the game dictate who gets more. If we're up by 2 touchdowns, I don't need Henderson touching the ball. I need Ramondre running it up the middle. If we are in a 2-minute drill and we need to score before the half, I don't want Ramondre on the field.
No, I get that. Al, where do you stand with this one?
I'll keep this short and sweet. And it's going to be, again, nerdy, analytical, but I think it's all about the matchup.
Pretty on brand for you.
If you have a team... Thank you. If you have a team that stacks the box and you can get plays on the outside, that's where Travion Henderson's your guy for the day. But if you have a team that can defend the outside well and they're playing the pass and they're leaving room open for, a solid run game between the tackles, then that's where Ramondre Stevenson excels. What's going to be the difference, though, for me is if Ramondre Stevenson comes back and he starts coughing up the football again. Then I think you have to look at it and be like, you know what? Maybe we reduce Ramondre's workload a little bit and give a little bit more to Henderson. That's why I suggested to you in the group chat that 60-40 in favor of Henderson, depending on how it's going. Because right now, I see 5 touchdowns in 2 games. I don't care how he got them. I don't care why he got the reps that he did, but he got them. So you know what? Ride the hot hand right now. And if and when Ramondre is needed, then use him.
The touchdowns still count.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at too, where it's like kind of go game by game. Like you said, some defenses like to clog up the middle, use Henderson a little bit. But I think just kind of generally speaking, if you were to just ask me, like, man on the street, Mike, who do you think should be the starting running back for the Patriots? I'm going to say Ramondre Stevenson. I see a lot of people, and you can use this this kind of detail, to either pro or against Trevion Henderson starting, but we know Henderson coming out of college. What was his thing? He's a home run hitter. Like it was never like he's going to be the Ramondre, in between the tackles, blah blah blah. It was like he's a game changer. Like he makes plays. So the people who were like, oh well, if you take away his 2 big runs, he only has X amount of yards and blah blah blah. But it's like he's doing what you brought him here to do. So like you can't take that away. Like I don't like that. That's always weird to me. That's like saying, oh well, if you take away Russell Wilson's rainbow moon ball, he'll really only have like 100 yards a game. It's like, well, that's a part of his game.
That's the point.
Yeah, which is why I think it's important to still have Stevenson very much kind of involved in the game plan. He's here till 2028, by the way. There's really no easy way to get out from underneath him. His contract is kind of big, but I'm fine with that because if he holds onto the ball, you see his value, and then maybe you trade him or kind of cut him, take the hit, whatever, down the line. But yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same type of page here where it's like, Stevenson should probably still get the bulk of the carries, but do it kind of game plan wise, kind of just see what's going on. Like if for some reason one game, like Stevenson just can't seem to get it going, but Henderson has the hot hand, go that way. Like, I mean, we see it with Drake May in the offense. Like if Mac Hollins is fucking getting open, Drake May isn't going to force it to Pop Douglas or like vice versa or whatever it is. So like, and I think that's one of the benefits of this offense where it's like, you can't really hone in on one person or especially running back, since we're talking about it. You can't be like, all right, we got to deal with Henderson's speed, getting to the outside, blah, blah, blah. But then we start Stevenson and it's like, oh yeah, one cut, he makes the first guy miss and then runs for 15 yards. Like, I don't know. I think it's a good problem to have. I like the debate. It's just when people start saying like, Henderson, he's a fumble merchant. He shouldn't. I mean, Stevenson, he shouldn't play. Get him out. Yeah. He shouldn't be on the team. That tells me that you don't know what you're talking about, or like you just focus on the negative aspects of Stevenson's game because he's fumbled the ball 3 times this year. That's it. Like he has fixed that issue, Liam. Like you said when I first mentioned that he fumbled the ball earlier in the year. So. I don't know. It's a fun convo to have. I think it's cool to kind of see each week who's going to have a big game or whatnot. But I think it's nice that you have 2 capable running backs, one kind of aging out of his contract and one's a rookie. So yeah, I think Henderson's thing, I think Stevenson being as good as he is helped Henderson develop because you didn't have to thrust him into the starting role. Yeah. So I think it's a good problem to have. I don't know what's going to happen against the Bengals. You might see that 60-40 split, Al, that you said, with Henderson maybe getting more of it just because Stevenson is coming back from an injury.
Yeah. Also, but maybe I'm a sucker to history here, but last year we beat the Bengals solely because of Ramondre Stevenson, because he destroyed them. So I would like to see him come back and us use a game plan that clearly worked, basically force the Bengals to make us play Henderson. Like we want to. The whole fan base wants to. But to get him on the field, you have to stop this guy. And if you can tackle Ramondre twice before he gets to a first down, fucking all right, Henderson's coming in. Sweet. But I don't think he can do that. And I hope the
he's looked tough this year, dude. He's looked very good this
year. Here's the thing, though, with that, Liam. Why did Ramondre Stevenson have to run as much as he did last year against the Bengals? Because you had no passing attack. Because you had no passing attack with Jacoby Brissett. You had nothing, which, by the way, just side note real quick, Jacoby Brissett, most completions in a game.
Crushing it.
It's a round of applause, buddy.
47.
Former Patriot great.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Honestly, he's been sick on the Cardinals, which just makes me realize how fucking terrible the Patriots were last year.
Good for him. He's one of the guys. I think we all liked him, even though at one point we all kind of wanted him to not start because we wanted to see Drake May.
Yeah.
Props to him. Just like honestly, I kind of put Mac Jones in that thing. I'm happy Mac Jones played well when he played with San Fran. Like Kendrick Bourne as well. I was happy he had a few good games. Like good. This is almost like when Brandon Bolden left. It was like I want you to do well, buddy. Like good for Jacoby Brissett. Yeah.
Yeah. To Al's point, though, yes, Ramondre did really well because we needed him to, and we probably won't need that in this next game.
Right.
But like realistically, like whatever the game plan is, whether we're gonna run the ball, we're gonna pass the ball, we're gonna score touchdowns off punts, and we'll win on safeties alone. Like whatever the circumstance is, the Bengals defense is giving it up. They're like, oh, you want to pass this game? Here's 7 touchdowns.
They're
Oh, you're
so
running
bad,
it.
dude.
We'll spot you 200. Just start counting from 200 onward, and we'll call that rushing yards for the game. We can score. Fucking Drake May could QB sneak this every down, and we'd finish with 28 points. It would be unbelievable. So the Bengals defense is giving it up. So that's why I'm like, if they're gonna give us the free bingo spot, let's fucking take it. Like,
Take it.
just give Ramondre the ball and just see how crazy this can get. It would be absurd. We're like, oh, you're coming off injury. We should probably take it easy. Here's 40 carries against the Bengals. But like, I'm down.
I almost want to see now, like I've kind of switched a little bit. I want to see the 60-40 in favor of Henderson because I want to see more Stevenson in the playoffs when it gets cold.
Yeah.
That's when I want to see him. But see, like I don't. But then I think I'd also be fine with Henderson in the cold. Like,
Yeah,
it's so much fun being a 9-2 team.
Good point. It is, but I actually would probably lean toward that first point a little more. Like I want Stevenson in a cold playoff game. Like
Yeah.
I don't think the Bills are going to make the playoffs because I think they're complete and total dog shit.
Well,
But
they're going to. They're probably
in that circumstance where if we played the Bills or I don't know, the Chargers or any other team. I don't think the Chargers will make the playoffs either. But like, I don't know, another good
the
team that's out
Jags,
there.
the Steelers.
Yeah, the Jags. Like, I'd love to just see Ramondre just like, let's
the
see
Colts.
playoff Ramondre.
I'd love to see Ramondre going up against
the Colts. He smokes the Colts.
That'd be good because the Colts are a good team. So that'd be a good match.
I remember Mac Jones' rookie year. I think we were undefeated going into that Colts game off the bye, and we ended up losing because Jonathan Taylor went crazy. But in that game, Ramondre runs out to the flat and gets a one-handed catch touchdown. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll talk about it in the Bengals game. I don't think it's really going to matter much who runs the ball. I think you could have, Dearness Johnson out there and he'd probably rush for like 80 yards or something.
Yeah, probably. Shit, Drake May's second in rushing on this team. Like fucking
Drake May might do it.
There,
Drake May might do
it. Again, another Thanos quote. Fine, I'll do it myself.
There we go. And he will. Yeah. And that's the thing. You could have him just do it. Be like, you know what? Fuck it, guys. Everybody just block for me. Okay, let me go.
Yeah. 100%. Watch this.
Negatives. I got 2 I want to bring up. You guys want to talk about the rush defense or do you want to talk about Carlton Davis first?
Let's get the rushing defense out of the way because I feel like we're going to go off on Carlton Davis.
I will just word of advice. I have softened on Carlton Davis. Surprise, surprise. Fucking happy-go-lucky Mike has fucking softened on him a little bit, but I'm still upset with him. So I still got to call him down to the front of the class. But rush defense. I put it in the Tuck Rule Takes thing. Are you worried about the rush defense? That seems to be like the talking point amongst Patriots local media this week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever. They gave up their first 50-yard rusher to the Bucs. 53 yards, by the way. So, like, let's not act like the dude went off. Like,
it's a devastating number.
Come on. And then this week against the Jets, they gave up, I think it was, hold on, let me pull it up. They gave up 58 yards to Breece Hall, which again, nothing crazy, but they gave up 67 yards to Justin Fields. I think that number is skewing people's things. So like this is my kind of like setting the table for you guys. I'm not worried about the Patriots rush defense because the Jets, that's all they do. They don't run a real offense. They do the weird bullshit. Justin Fields, for all his, inadequacies, he's very good at running the ball. He's very quick. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and cry over 11 rushes for 67 yards against the Jets on Thursday Night Football. Because now you hear people saying, like, well, what happens when you play the Bills? I'll tell you what happens. The Patriots win because they've already played the Bills.
Yeah.
So, like,
Josh Allen didn't have 50 yards. Right?
Like, I'm not overly, like, people are forgetting. It's like when you hear these people talk, they're like, but you still got to play Josh Allen. It's like, no, you don't because you already did. So, like, we can kind of look to that game, which was this year, by the way. Patriots won.
Yeah,
kind of
pretty recent.
Actually, kind of started the whole winning streak, if you think about it, because it fucking did. But by the way, I've been watching Patriots highlights. That game was crazy. Neither team played like the best. No. But Patriots still pulled it out, which was awesome.
Yeah, looks so good.
But yeah, I'm not yet. I mean, Diggs, yeah, that was his game. Overall, I'm not worried about it. I know we'll talk about Milton Williams in a second. And he obviously is a big loss, but at least it's a position where they're somewhat deep at. I'm not overly concerned. I think that this Jets game skews the numbers because you gave up 58 yards to a starting running back who is really good on a team where all they can do is run the ball. And he had 14 for 58 too. So it's not like he had like 9 rushes for fucking 100 yards or whatever. But where do you guys land on that? Is the panic button out? Are you kind of like just a little bit like, is your antenna up more listening to it, or what do you think?
Allow me out because this will be quick and I'll toss it over to you. I'm not worried, not at all. For all the reasons that you said, you in fact hit the nail on the head with all the details, but your conclusion was just misplaced.
Okay.
I agree. The Jets don't even run a real offense. It's absolutely preposterous what they're doing.
It's frustrating to watch. Like,
yeah,
it's very frustrating.
If I was a Jets fan, my life would suck. But if you're going to give up 67 yards to Justin Fields, that's a fucking win. Justin Fields is the incomparable Justin Fields. He's so good. And like the fact that he was able to do this, he actually had a pretty fucking good game. 116 yards passing touchdown, 67 yards rushing in this dog shit offense against a really good Patriots defense. That's all you have to say. That's Justin Fields magic. That's entirely Justin Fields and absolutely none of the offense. It's like how I felt bad for Mac Jones when he was on this fucking Patriots team, or Drake May last season, or any quarterback that's ever suffered behind a terrible offensive line, Colt McCoy on the Browns, any of that stuff where you're just like, oh, you deserve so much better. Justin Fields does that. And he made the Patriots pay for it. Like, dude, he's so good. He's so quick. So, like, I'm not worried because it's like you're playing Michael Vick. Like, you can only put a tourniquet on. You can't fully stop the bleeding.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Al, can you? Yeah.
I'm actually just going to go
because apparently Justin Fields is the second coming of fucking Michael Vick and Donovan McNabb.
Yeah,
he is. He is. He's actually very close. No one's Mike Vick, but he's very close.
Al, are you worried about the Patriots rush defense, or where you sit with it?
Very, very little. If it was like 0 to 10 for a worry, I'd be at like maybe like a 1 right now, just because it's been so good. And yeah, you're gonna have a couple games where you give up, a big rushing game for someone, whether it is the mediocre Justin Fields, whether it's Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, whoever it is. So, like, whatever. Who cares? Just take care of business. As long as you win. I don't care if you give up 450 yards in a game. Just win the game. Who cares? Just win the game. That's it.
That's what it comes down to, Al. At the end of the day, these stats, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, if you give up 57 yards, 67 yards rushing to Justin Fields, but he throws for 116 and you win the game, I don't give a shit. If Lamar Jackson runs all over you, but you buckle down in the red zone, you only give up field goals and you still win the game, I do not care. Like I know that people who have, daily talk shows, you have to fill the air with stuff. I know that, fans on Twitter, I do it. You just type shit out, send it out into the void. But like, do we really care about this? No, because guess what? It wasn't a big deal when the Patriots gave up over 50 yards to Tucker on the Bucks rushing because they still won. It's not a big deal that Justin Fields ran all over them because and I know you hear people say, and it's almost like with the opening scoring thing, you can't do this against good teams. No shit. You don't think that the Patriots know that? You don't think that they would have a different game plan or like a different kind of way to go about the game? Like, it just, that argument doesn't work because we've seen them give up bad plays or opening drive scores against good teams and still win. So like, just, I don't know. I understand that, like I said, you got to fill talk time. You got to talk all that stuff. But like, we're arguing over things, or I'm seeing people argue over things that do not matter. Like, are you worried about this rush defense? Not really. That's the answer.
That's the beauty of us doing this show once a week. We don't have to fill airtime. We can come in and go, No.
No. And let me tell you, the rush defense, if the Patriots are up by 2 scores, I don't give a shit if Brees Hall rattles off an 18-yard run. Like,
Yeah.
I do not give
Yeah.
a
Heaven
fuck.
forbid he's at 40
Like,
yards and we're up 2 touchdowns and then he breaks that 50-yard mark. You're like, I don't care.
no, I don't think moving forward, I don't think James Cook, I don't even think Derrick Henry can ruin a game on this Patriots rush defense. They could give up 60, 70 yards or whatever. Say to Derrick Henry, like, let's just say, since we're talking about the Ravens, or since I brought him up real quick. But that's not like, I don't see that. And I'm like, oh my God, how are they going to win the game if they do that? Like, no, because I think that the Patriots offense will help negate the rush offense of the opposing team. You can't just keep running the ball if you're down 7 every time you get the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Again, we'll talk about Milton Williams kind of right after we wrap up Carlton Davis, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. It's like the hot thing in the streets right now, just because Justin Fields, ran his bullshit little fucking college offense all over the Patriots. But I don't care. Any final thoughts on the defense or rushing defense, whatever?
No.
Because we are going to talk about Carlton Davis. It gave up a touchdown last game. Seems like he is the only underwhelming signing the Patriots have made this offseason. Everybody from Jack Gibbons has been performing. You got Kyrus Tonga, who obviously, I mean, we know he's been showing up and showing out. When I say the name Carlton Davis, and either one of you can answer, what is your response when I just say, hey, how do you feel about Carlton Davis?
Meh.
I hate him. I absolutely fucking hate him.
Meh.
All right, elaborate now. Either one of you.
He, by NFL standards, he sucks. He's just not good. He's not remotely good. He makes more tackles than our linebackers because somebody's always catching the ball in front of him. I I've been waiting for this to end, this madness. It's like fucking I woke up in backwards world. It's every week, week after week. The defense is great. There are almost no flaws. Even in this game, Christian Barmore gets his first sack. Everyone's psyched. You can't even celebrate because the Jets score a wide open touchdown because Carlton Davis is picking his ass sitting out of bounds. Like he's not even remotely close to the play. And I love John Mechie. I think he's a baller. Dude fought through cancer. That's great. Cover him. Fucking lock his ass down. Put him back in the cancer ward.
Nah.
No one's touching this ball. He can't do that. He's entirely useless at this position. And I'm grading on a curve here, which I'm sure Al has to do because, he probably deals with a lot of stupid students. I'm grading on a curve here because we are Patriots fans. So we've had greatness at
Ricochet
cornerback
shot
forever
to
and
the
ever and
kids.
ever. Ever. Yeah, no, not to Al. I'm sure he instills greatness in the kids. They're just busy licking doorknobs and picking noses. Like I just imagine them drooling and useless.
This is
And I would
crazy.
imagine that's probably what they are. And that's what Carlton Davis is. He's drooling and useless. We have a long line of great cornerbacks like Ty Law and definitely not Lee Bowden, but like Ty Law,
Stephon
Darrell
Gilmore.
Rivas, Stephon Gilmore,
Yep.
Devin McCourty was a corner
Yep.
for a while. We have the
Yep.
highest standards possible. We have guys that come in undrafted like J.C. Jackson and ball out of control. We have the highest standards for corners. And now we have Christian Gonzalez who's met that. So all we have to do is get a second cornerback that just doesn't shovel pounds of dog shit. And that's exactly what he does. He's entirely useless. We just need a number two that's not ass. And he can't do that. And the only reason he hasn't been benched is because he's getting paid all this money. But realistically, he should be loading bags onto the team buses and watching this game from the fucking press box. He's completely useless. And we have plenty of other corners that could go in there and be more serviceable than him. Just pulling names off a hat right now, just looking at other names. Fuck, I would put Jalen Hawkins at corner before this guy. But Marte Mapu, put him at corner. Put anyone. Brandon Schooler, put him at corner. Marcus Jones should be starting over this fucking guy. I know he's a nickel corner. I don't care about height difference. There's a
He's teeny
just because you're
tiny
too
though.
small.
He's
Yeah,
teeny tiny.
but he's not useless. Like at least if he gets beat, you're like, oh, it's because he's small. Carlton Davis is just fucking useless. I don't understand what has happened. It's fucking terrible. He's just dog shit. If you're doing this against the Jets, maybe I understand the Bucks. Every other opponent we've had, fucking free catches all over the place. I don't know why our Tuck Rule takes bet of the week isn't hammer the other team's number 2 receiver because his over and catches probably hits every fucking game. Fucking,
I wonder
it's
if it
unbelievable.
does. I wonder if it
I
does.
bet it does. I'm going to go look that up actually. After this show, I'm going to do a little research. And if I come back to you and all those catches hit, I think we got our Tuck Rule takes bet of the week. This week, next week, the week after that, till we get this guy off the fucking team.
So awful. Safe to say you're out on Carlton Davis. Al, when I say like Carlton Davis, how do you feel?
Unreal. I can't believe it.
Nnamdi Asomugha. That's a name. Of course, it's an Eagle.
The worst fucking player I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not as out on Carlton Davis as Liam is.
No one is.
But when you're making $21 million a year and you have Christian
a lot of money.
And you have Christian Gonzalez on the other side of the field, which makes your life easier or should make it easier, you would think that there were, in 11 games, there were 1 or 2 impactful plays that you had. Now, I know Christian Gonzalez in his 7 games that he's played or whatever it is, 7, 8 games, I know he doesn't have a pick yet, but he's shutting down number 1 receivers every single week.
Mm-hmm.
So why can Carlton Davis not take advantage of covering number 2 receivers most of the time? And the penalties. I know that was something that everybody was worried about coming in when he signed here. He's aggressive. We like that, but he's going to be a little over-aggressive. Excuse me, and he's going to get some stupid penalties. You can't have that right now in a push for the number 1 seed. Having said that, Marcus Jones, like Liam said, maybe Alex Austin, like I can't really see a better option at the moment. And that's hard to deal with.
You're a better option, Al. Suit up. It's your time to go.
Oh, God. If I have to play for the New England Patriots and I have to play any position with speed, we are done for, boys.
Dude, fucking.
Remember when I said the Patriots should sign Stephon Gilmore months and months ago? Who knew that like maybe it would have been that much of a good idea to do? He's still out there, by the way, free agent. He tweets about the Patriots every week. He loves what Vrabel's doing. Just like not like a deep dive into stats. But right now, Carlton Davis as an outside corner, which is where he predominantly plays, he's given up 27 catches. He's ranked 32nd out of 105 corners. He has, 30 tackles or what was it? He has 27 tackles, which Liam goes to your point. He's tackling people because he's probably given up catches, 27 catches, 27 tackles. Makes sense. I don't think that Carlton Davis is as bad as some people are saying. I equate him to a left tackle. A left tackle, Will Campbell could have a great game, but he will have 1 or 2 bad plays where may get sacked or may get strip sacked. And everybody goes, Will Campbell had a horrible game. It comes with the position, which as a corner, it comes with the position where like you see a receiver catch the ball, you immediately, what do? You look to see what defenders are around him. And recently it has been Carlton Davis, which is definitely frustrating. I think he tripped against the Browns. Is that the game where he like fell? And I think it was like, and Njoku ran across the field or Fannin or someone did. It wasn't a great look. I just think it's an unforgiving position. It's unfortunate. I do still think he's going to have one big play to win a game, help win a playoff game or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good for the Patriots when it's kind of, this is the only real signing or move that you feel underwhelmed or upset about. But I do still think that he is going to round into shape. He hasn't really had that many penalties recently, which is nice. Like you both said, he gets very handsy, but I'm more open to him. it's frustrating. It's frustrating to see him covering people who it's like you bring him in to not allow that catch, and what does he do? He gives up that catch. It's just like, come on, man. Like, let's just be a little better than that. But I'm definitely still going to give him a chance. I know, Liam, obviously you aren't, but
the passer rating he's allowed is 120.9. A perfect passer rating is 151.3.
All right, so he's not
That's
giving
really
up a
not
perfect
good.
passer rating.
No.
But then is it how many times are quarterbacks throwing to him? Are those stats kind of skewed because
He's
of that?
giving up 11.4 yards per reception. But that's about a first down.
Yeah, because he's facing outside receivers. I don't know. Listen, I'm not going to say he's had a great year. He definitely has it. But
he has 7 missed tackles. He can't even tackle well.
Okay, 7 missed tackles in 11 games isn't horrible. I mean, come on. Robert Spillane missed 11 tackles in his first game. But yeah, I don't know. I'm open to, obviously I hope he has a better year. But yeah, Carlton Davis has just been kind of a discussion. That in the pass defense, those are really, the rush defense, those are the two big negatives people have been talking about. But yeah, with this Jets game, unless you guys have more on Carlton Davis, I don't have much else about the Jets game. It was a Thursday night game. You just get in, get off, get out. What else you guys got for it before we end?
I think we'll be pretty fucking annoyed in the playoffs when Alec Pierce goes off for 10 catches for 156 yards on a playoff loss. I think we'll be pretty not psyched.
If that happens, I will bow down to you and say you're the smartest person on Tuck Rule Takes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens.
Deal. I look forward to it.
Any other kind of parting thoughts about the Jets game at all you guys wanted to touch on?
Nah, we've spent too much time on that anyway.
Yeah, it feels like a year ago, doesn't it? It feels like a long time ago. Big news coming out of the Jets game, though. Actually, probably the most negative, bad news Patriots fans have had this year. Milton Williams on IR, high ankle sprain, which if you are a sports fan, but a football fan, high ankle sprain, that sucks. You always hear that, and some people don't come back well from it that year. Some people do. It's one of those injuries, kind of like a hamstring. I want to know how you guys feel about this team moving forward, how much you think it's going to impact the team and the defense. IR, by the way, 4 games, not 4 weeks. So he will be out until after the Buffalo game. After the Ravens game. So he's going to miss the Bengals, the Giants, the Bills, and the Ravens. I don't think the first 2 games are going to be that much of an issue. I think maybe your final 2, which are really your 2 hardest games left on the Patriots schedule, those you kind of wish you had Milton Williams. But I think the team's going to persevere throughout it, even if you split the Bills and Ravens game. But how do you guys feel? What were your guys' thoughts? Milton Williams out for 4 games. How do you feel moving forward? Kind of just your thoughts on the injury.
I shouldn't say doesn't come at a great time, but you kind of wish in a way that this would have happened a little earlier in the year, just to give him time to recover and give him time to actually be good for the rest of the season. Now, having said that, the other side of it is it couldn't have come at a better time because you're playing the Bengals, who have the worst defense in the NFL statistically in a lot of categories. You're playing the Giants that have the 4th worst defense in the NFL. Then you have a bye week. And then you got the Bills, who have one of the worst rushing defenses in the league. And that was on full display against the Bucs. And then you have the Ravens that, they have Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, and stuff like that. But it just feels like they're not playing their best football, even with Lamar Jackson back. So at this point, you really have 5 weeks, which includes that bye week, to get Milton Williams fully healthy. Maybe you get him in some reps against the Jets or maybe the Dolphins at the end of the year, just to get him some game action. And then hopefully, best case scenario, you get a bye in the playoffs, buy him another week to fully be good to go. So that way playoffs come, he's 100%, no hesitations, no setbacks, he's ready. So the timing is unfortunate. But then again, like I said, you could look at it glass half full and be like, oh, it's actually not the worst thing in the world. And especially defensive tackle has so much depth, like we've said, with Barmore and Tonga, Elijah Ponder, Joshua Farmer.
Probably the best position it could have happened to.
Yeah.
Right. And then probably the best time of year, kind of like you said, too, where if it happened earlier in the year, who knows? Maybe you lose one of those games, you drop one, you don't know where you are right now. But yeah, I think it's a good time to happen. Yeah, Liam, Milton Williams though, out.
I choose to look at this as positive Al said. I think this isn't the worst thing in the world. Um,
Positive
we
Al.
did just see positive Al. We did just see Christian Barmore get his first sack, and now I expect Christian Barmore to be the focal point of this defensive line. I think this is going to be a lot of fun because he's a baller and he's been asked to do a lot less with Milton Williams and there to do a lot more. Now we have him, who is the mainstay of our defensive tackle position the last couple of years, stepping right back into his role, and I have absolutely no reason to be worried about that. I did see in our fantasy football group chat that a certain somebody was very concerned about high ankle sprains from his own experience with high ankle sprain, and I guess I would emphasize the first word of what I'm going to say when I say he's a gigantic pussy. And it's a ankle sprain. It's, it definitely lingers. Like it's still an injury, but like in the grand scheme of things, like he's a big boy and we got a long time till the season ends. I think we'll be okay. I really don't think it's that big of a deal, or he'll be in that much pain. I tend to think if you're a football player, you're probably used to pain. Probably not a huge deal. So in the grand
Especially
scheme of
Milton
things,
Williams, dude. Especially
yeah,
Milton Williams.
exactly.
He wants to play.
100%. He gives me the feeling that he hacks up small animals in his basement. I really don't think he's worried about a bum ankle for a little bit. So I'm just super not worried about it. Like, I think it'll suck that we aren't going to chalk up a Milton Williams stack every week like we have been. But in the grand scheme of things, like, we're already playing with house money here. We're 9-2. Like, I don't know if this is going to affect the win total. And even if it does, we're so far ahead anyway, it doesn't really matter. I agree with what Al said. He'll be back by the playoffs, and that's really all that fucking matters at this point because we weren't thinking about the playoffs 2 months ago.
Yeah, because you look at the schedule, like, I don't think Milton Williams, and we'll talk about it a little bit before we leave, but I don't think Milton Williams is the make or break between a win against the Bengals, nor do I think he's the make or break against a win against the Giants. Bye week, obviously, it is what it is. Bills game, I mean, Milton Williams had a very good game against the Bills. That might be one where maybe you see the impact of him not being there. But then maybe the Ravens, but the Ravens haven't looked as good. And I mean, you just need bodies in there to get Derrick Henry. And
I think the Ravens game is going to be tough no matter what.
The Ravens game is going to be a very good game. Like those back-to-back games should be good for different reasons, but those should be good ones. But even if he's still kind of hobbled against the Jets, if he doesn't play, like, I don't think it's a make or break, win or loss thing. I think like the Patriots can still beat every single team on their schedule. I think Milton Williams helps with the Bills and Ravens game, but I think you can still beat them without him. It won't be easy. I mean, obviously you gave him all this money because he is that good. We've seen it. Fourth quarters. Yeah. He always comes up with the play.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah. I mean, we all thought it was like, that was the question. Can he play all downs? Like, how's his motor going to be? Zero worries. He has kind of, wiped all that stuff off the field. Like he's killing it. But like we've all said, get him back for the playoffs. I mean, shit, if the fucking Jags come to Foxborough, in Milton, you have a pissed off Milton Williams. I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence.
I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence anyway.
I do too. He's good, but just Jacksonville should not have a football team. So Milton Williams, it sucks, but at this point, like we've all said, you built up a 9-win cushion. Like if it was gonna happen, I guess have it happen now because you've already put in all the work for it. So, get healthy. Come back. I mean, shit, I wouldn't even be pissed if you don't see him until the playoffs at this point, because I think you beat the Jets and the Dolphins without him. So
yeah,
fuck it, But yeah, any other thoughts on Milton Williams? Nope. I did want to bring up one thing. We're talking about players leaving and coming back. The Patriots have signed 2 players to their 53-man roster. Braden Swinson, our boy from LSU, and CJ, how do you say his name? Al, you might know. Dupree, is that how you say his name?
Dupree, yeah, that sounds
Dupree,
right.
Tight end. So Austin Hooper had a concussion, so I don't know if that means that Hooper might be out for a few weeks or a couple weeks or something. But either way, CJ Dupree, awesome tight end. It'll be cool to see him play. But Braden Swinson is the name. Liam, I know that you were happy, or I know you kind of like did some research on Braden Swinson. He was pretty much the best defensive player on LSU in his senior year.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you, are you excited? Braden Swinson finally on the team, 53-man roster.
I'm pretty jazzed up. Like pass rushers, it's fun because you don't always notice who's in there until they make a splash play. And when they do, you're like, oh, no way, that's that guy. Like I remember the Josh Uche like dominance that went on for a little bit. And even Daniel Aquale had his moments back in the day. Like every once in a while, there'll just be a pass rusher that you're like, oh, like this guy's killing it. No shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for him to even have that opportunity. He went to a blue blood program and led that team in sacks. He's a monster. He has all the ability in the world. I guess it just depends on opportunity and how good he is at the next level, but I'm quite psyched to see him. Either way, he's a big body, lanky, he can get around the edge. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Al, how do you feel?
Depth pieces. And that's what you need. You need some depth pieces.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yep.
So you know what? Good for the Patriots. Clearly other teams wanted both those players. They were able to keep them both here. Obviously, they should bring some value. So good with it.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I was super surprised he got caught. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think we both were, and Al, I'm pretty sure you were as well. Maybe not as much as Liam and I, because I don't know. I think we liked him more. I have no idea why, but yeah, like I'm happy he's here. Can't wait to see him. Maybe he can, just make a play, make some plays, just be a factor in the positive. Like don't be a negative to the team, and we'll see what happens. It'll be cool to see him. I'm happy that he signed the deal. In all not that this matters to anything, but in all the Patriots social media videos that they posted, Braden Swinson was always in them. So he's been around the team a lot. Yeah. So I've noticed that too. And I was like, well, shit, like good. That means he's around. Like he's a personable guy. He's not like pissed because he didn't make the roster, like whatever it is. So yeah, it'll be nice to see what happens. Shit, that'd be great if he made, like I said, just one play. That's it. That'll be worth it. So we'll see what happens. But I have, other than the Bengals game, I got nothing else. Did you guys want to just get into the Bengals game? Do you have anything else to throw out?
Let's get into the Bengals game.
Yeah, Bengals game. The Sunday night or Sunday, 1:00. Bengals have the worst defense you've ever seen. Whatever you think of bad defenses, the Bengals are worse. And they don't have Jamar Chase. He decided to spit on someone. You can spit on people in a lot of situations, but not on the football field.
No, you can't. No, you can't. It's assault.
There's some. You gotta.
That's technically assault.
You gotta expand. Yes. You have to expand your sexual horizons, Al. So you can spit on people in some cases, but yeah, Jamar Chase is going to be there. So T. Higgins is really going to be the focal point there. Yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Patriots win by multiple scores. It's not going to be a close one. Joe Flacco has thrown like 3 picks the last 3 games or something crazy like that. Yeah, the Bengals, other than their last game, Bengals have no run game to speak about. Like I said, they only have T. Higgins really. I'm not worried. I think Drake May throws for over 300 yards for the first time in his career. Bengals might keep it close for the first like quarter and a half because Joe Flacco is still a professional. We all like Joe Flacco. Like I'm happy he's still playing football. He loves it. But yeah, I think this is a win. You get your 10th win and everything else is gravy. How do you guys feel about this one?
I mean, this should be an easy win. I mean, you look at everything. What do the Bengals have? They have a horrible defense. They have a shitty offensive line. Chase Brown, not a huge fan of him. He's not this game breaker that everyone thinks he is. They have 3 players, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. You don't have 2 of those 3. Joe Burrow, still out because of injury. Jamar Chase likes to spit on people. Serves him right for being suspended. So guess what?
Nasty.
Guess what? You put Christian Gonzalez on T. Higgins. I'll take my chances and let Mike Gesicki, who, by the way, I remember, Patriot, great Mike Gesicki.
Our boy, love him.
If Mike Gesicki beats you, or They don't have, no, they don't have Noah Fant.
They got
they have
what's his name? Iosis.
They have Noah Fant.
They have
how
Noah
do you
Fant?
say?
Yeah,
how do
you
you say
got
his name? Iovas, or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
His name
Yoshi
is.
Voss.
Yeah,
Yoshi
Yoshi
okay.
Voss. Yeah, Trey
Andre
Hendrickson, by the
Yoshivas.
way, as well, not going to play. He's doubtful.
Yeah,
so
okay. So Trey
don't even have a
Hendrickson,
pass
best
rush.
defensive player. Like, and you might get Ramondre Stevenson and Kayshon Boutte back. So that's making you even better. So you know what? This should be the game where, as long as you just don't screw it up like you did against the Steelers, just take care of business.
Mhm.
Get to 10-2, and then you have even an extra day to prepare for the Giants game. But for this Bengals game, just take care of business. It's simple.
10-2. 10-2.
Taking care of business.
Yeah. How do you feel though, Liam? I don't know how you feel about the Bengals now that I know you like Joe Flacco. We all do, but how do you feel going into this one?
I don't just like Joe Flacco.
I know he's on your list.
He's
on your list. I understand.
Fucking adore Joe Flacco.
Move forward.
I don't think this is going to be as much of a dick kicking as you guys think it's going to be. I think Joe Flacco is going to be good, and if he targets our number 2 corner, whoever's on him is going to get a lot of fucking yards. So I do think Joe Flacco is going to pass it all over the yard. The Patriots will almost certainly win. And it should be a relatively comfortable game, but I think we're going to see a lot of offense from the Bengals. No Jamar Chase. They have literally nothing to lose, and Joe Burrow comes back 2 weeks after the Thanksgiving game, so 2 weeks.
Maybe.
They said maybe Thanksgiving, maybe after. Yeah. So
yeah.
We just
they're going to bust out all the stops to be as halfway decent as possible record-wise when Joe Flacco comes back. Let's see what all the stops are for the Bengals. I'm sure the Patriots can handle it. I'm sure their defense is going to be far better than the Bengals defense. I'm excited to see what this Patriots offense has to offer. I'm going to give it a final score of 31-21. I don't think it's going to be as much of a dick kicking as you guys think, but I think as Patriots fans, we will feel very comfortable in the driver's seat just about the whole time. And if anything, there are going to be a couple plays from Joe Flacco where you're like, damn it.
32-17.
31-10.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is, guys. Like I said, I'm not exaggerating.
How do you get 32 points?
I don't know, man. Who knows? Maybe we get a safety. You never know. I like to throw random ones out there. Either way, it's going to be a multi-score win. I'm excited to see the Patriots offense against a really bad defense, like a really bad defense, not just one that's like bad at pass pro or pass defense or rush, just overall a bad defense. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And that, by the way, so that goes to my Tucker will take lock. I'm going Drake May touchdowns, which I was probably going to be 2.
Yeah,
that's
it
my
almost certainly is too. I kind of liked what you said earlier. Drake May 300 passing yards, his first 300-yard passing game.
I was going in between, so I might even do that depending on what Al says. So, Al, what do you think? Tucker Rule takes lock of the week.
I'm gonna go with.
It's got to be offensive right now. Right? It's got to be Drake May. Maybe points. I don't know. What's he gonna go with? I could see points.
I'm gonna throw a curveball in here.
Oh, Bengals, by the way, have given up 27 points in 9 straight games. 27 plus. So
I like that Patriots team total.
I am gonna go with Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown scorer.
Shit, man. Shit. These are all good ones.
Before I got in here and you said that Drake May 300 passing yards, mine was Boutte touchdown, but he's a caveat because he might not even play. So I'm fine with Stephon Diggs top. That sounds good. But again, I already told you, Mike, I liked yours as well.
Yeah, Mike, let's go with yours.
What was mine? Drake May, 2 touchdowns, or like whatever his touchdowns is.
We'll say 2. Let's say 2 touchdowns.
Say 2.
We can get overzealous here. We can go Drake May 2 passing touchdowns and Stephon Diggs Todd.
I might, like, on my own, I might do all these. I might do Drake May yards, touchdowns, and Stephon Diggs touchdowns. So yeah, I think
Patriots
that this is just going to be
total is 29.5.
See, that's because the Bengals have allowed 27 plus in 9 straight games. So I would do probably whatever, like the full, like what is like just like the over in points. It's gotta be like 44 or it's gotta be high, right?
Here. So it is 50.5.
Fuck, dude. Because I don't know. I know people think that for some reason, like the Bengals, like it might be a shootout. I heard Alex Barth talk about that on 98.5, but like, I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I don't think that Joe Flacco is going to be able to do that, especially without Jamar Chase. I might do over Patriots points though too. Shit. But either way, listen, if you're listening to this, like Drake made touchdowns too, is what we're doing. But you're good picking whatever you want on offense, man. The Patriots should have their way with this. It shouldn't be close in the second half. Like I said, they might keep it close in the first half. The Bengals will score on their first drive. Like, let's just get that out of the way. But I don't think they're going to do much more than that. So, yeah, guys, I was joking like a few weeks ago when I was like, you guys think the Patriots will have 10 wins before the bye? Now it seems like they will.
No, yeah, it's almost certain.
Like they have 2 shots at it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, another victory week, another happy podcast. It's always nice seeing Al happy, like I said. So you guys have anything else to say before we get out of here?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll do it.
You doing it?
I'm doing it.
Set the stage because I forget the names. So this is a fantasy football trade between Al and Liam, by the way, in case you're listening here.
So as we've talked about, just to kind of wrap this up, because I know this has been going for quite a while, which, by the way, if you have been listening up to this point, thank you. And rate and subscribe to the podcast on all platforms, please. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm sitting down.
So Mike, Liam, and I are all in a fantasy football league. You guys know this by now, run by me. We are in first, second, and fifth, respectively, in this league, all above 500.
Who's in fifth? Who's in fifth?
So wait a minute. So Mike is in second at 7-4.
So not me.
I'm in first at 9-2.
You're in first.
And
so
Liam, even though he's in fifth, no, seriously,
he's in fifth.
He's 6-5. He's over 500. He's 6-5.
So the worst out of all of us. Okay,
I
just wanted to make sure.
Be really technical, and Liam, I'm going to give you a compliment here. If we're being really technical, he's tied for third.
I am.
That's a compliment. I'm giving you a compliment.
You're in first and I'm in second, so he's in last of the Tuck Rule Takes group. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to clarify that. Proceed, guys.
See who hoists that trophy.
Remember, Mike is the a-hole here, not me. Just to be clear.
I know.
So
I will make him pay for this.
Make another joke, Liam. Make another joke.
So we're recording on Tuesday, November 18th. Our trade deadline is Wednesday, November 19th at 12 o'clock noon p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Liam and I have a trade in place. Just a little context before I say it. On my 9-2 team, I have Christian McCaffrey as my number 1 running back. I have Javonte Williams as my number 2 running back, who is having a marvelous year for Liam's favorite team to hate, the Dallas Cowboys. I said to hate. I said favorite team to hate. So the trade that is going back and forth between Liam and I am giving up Breece Hall, who I have from the Jets, and Dallas Goedert from the Eagles. And I am getting Goddard, sorry. Yeah, I saw the O and the E together. I was like, Goddard. Yeah. Goddard. And then I am getting back Brock Bowers from the Las Vegas Raiders and Xavier Worthy from the Kansas City Chiefs. Pretty close in value, and I sent it at the beginning of the show. And Liam, I guess, has accepted.
I have.
Liam has accepted. All right, so I am going to
send the trade,
and it's going to go in the fantasy football group chat, and everyone's going to hate me for making my 278th trade in this league.
You make entirely too many trades.
Listen, I'm trying to get my team better before the deadline. That's what it is. It's first place. I'm going for it. If I was in 7th place, I probably wouldn't be making these trades. I'd just be like, it is what it is.
Perhaps or 5th place, probably wouldn't be making these trades.
So we're going for it. We're going for it.
Well, hey, congrats, guys. I know it's not going to matter because I'm going to win the league, so it is what it is.
You actually might. Jonathan Taylor might bring you to a title.
I very well may. I may ride the back of Jonathan Taylor and Jamar Chase. That's what I'm going to ride the back of. And maybe if Justin Herbert doesn't get hurt and has a good game. Good trade, guys. Good episode. You guys have any other thoughts before we get out of here?
I can't wait to come back on next week to hopefully talk about a 10-2 Patriots team.
God, 10-2, man. That's crazy. Yeah, hopefully that happens. And then we'll talk about the Giants game, which is the real trap game. of the season if we're talking about trap games. But so for Liam, Al, I'm Mike. This was Star Cool Takes episode 207. I think I said. If it's wrong, you'll see the title. You'll know what it is. We'll see you guys next week. Like Al said, hopefully after another win, 10 wins, hopefully 8-game win streak, hopefully 9. This is crazy, man. Who would have thought? But for these two guys, I'm Mike. This was Star Cool Takes. We're out. Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.